Hello and welcome, you guys, my beautiful master manifestors, my glorious M&Ms. Happy 11/11. This is a special little video that I want to do. I want to tap into the collective, our collective, to find out what guidance and messages we have for this beautiful, beautiful time. Okay, so we're going to get started with the tarot. I have a feeling it's going to have something to do with our manifestation power. I don't know. Oh. All right. Like, yep. Our guides and our higher selves want to talk to us about our true identity as the OGs, the original gods and goddesses of our own reality, okay? You are the creator, you're the original god or goddess of your own reality, all right? As far as your life and your will is concerned, there is no will that supersedes yours when it comes to manifesting, okay? We got the High Priestess in reverse coming out, the Five of Wands in reverse coming out. No, it's too many cards. Let's get one more card for a general theme for the collective. One more card. They're like, no, not right now. Okay, here's what we're doing. Okay, and then they want me to actually pull from the Crystal Grid Oracle. How are you, how are we being supported? What energy is coming through to support us during this time? Compassion. Okay. Interesting. So you guys, all right, so we've got the High Priestess in reverse, and it's being influenced by the Five of Wands. So the High Priestess in reverse is feeling blocked off from intuitive messages. I feel like it's feeling kind of cut off from our higher selves, cut off from the ability to be guided, okay? And it feels like what is blocking us, so the Five of Wands in the upright position usually talks about playing the comparison game, being in some kind of, it doesn't necessarily mean a conflict. Like the actual card itself shows a bunch of pages or a bunch of children fighting amongst each other. Sometimes it can be practiced, sometimes, and actually that's what's coming through. Let's clarify the Five of Wands, because I feel like there may be something that we're doing that is blocking our ability to properly receive messages and guidance from our higher selves and spirit guides. What is it that we're practicing that is blocking our ability to receive messages and guidance from our higher self? And what I'm hearing is a lack of compassion about something, but I want to go ahead and clarify that, maybe even dig deeper. What is blocking our ability to effectively receive messages and guidance from our higher self? This one wants to come out. Okay. We're refusing to walk away from something is what's coming through. Okay. So here's what's coming through. we can effectively cut off being able to receive guidance. And it's not necessarily that we're being cut off from it. If something or if a message or guidance is coming through and it keeps coming through and it keeps coming through, and we fail to practice it, we fail to put it into practice, it's like we're not going to receive any further guidance, because the last thing we've been guided to do to further our journey, you know, like the next step that we've been given has been given to us. And so it feels like something is needing to be walked away from. Like we've been given guidance or a message that there is a situation, maybe a person or a relationship, a job, something needs to be, I'm hearing abandoned. Something is needing to be abandoned. And we understand, like our higher selves and our spirit guides understand the attachment we can have to something if we have spent a lot of time, a lot of energy, and a lot of effort, and we've poured a lot of ourselves into this person or this place or this thing or a project or whatever. But there comes a time when you just have to realize that you are draining yourself of your ability to manifest and experience the life you want to live here by continuing to pour into something that is not meant to be poured into. Like I'm getting the image of like a dead horse, and we keep trying to breathe life into it, pour life into it, pour our life-giving energy into it. It's just like, it's dead. Okay, it's dead. And when something is dead, you know, we need to bury it. We can honor it, you know, do what we need to do to grieve and mourn it. But we need, after that, we need to keep moving forward. And so that's the message. It's not necessarily, you guys, that we are cut off. Like, we are never really truly cut off from our higher selves. It's just that if we are ignoring the messages that we are being given, if we are ignoring the guidance that we are being given, we're just not, you know, no more, nothing else is coming through. Okay. And so that's an interesting overall energy of this reading. We'll put this over here. All right, let's dig deeper into this message. Let me pull out the Enchanted Map Oracle. What is around the corner for us then? If we finally heed the guidance and the messages that have been given us, if we walk away, Spirit, if we walk away, what are we walking into? We know what we're walking away from, so what are we walking into? Give us some, give us a sneak peek. They're going to give us a sneak peek. Give us a sneak peek of what we are walking into. Intention. And this card has come out for 3 or 4 readings within the last week. And so we are definitely, our power and our identities as the OGs of our reality is really, they're really wanting us to grasp that. Okay? If we walk away, so basically it's like we're staying loyal to something, we're staying bound to something that is either blinding us to our power or it's nullifying our power. But basically it's like we're staying in a situation where, for whatever reason, our identities as the OGs of our reality is not being honored, not being, give me the word, it's not being, I can't think of that word right now. acknowledged. It's not being acknowledged. Okay? And this could be by you, and or it could just be, you know, by, yeah, I feel like it's by you. There may be some fear connected with walking away from this person, place, or thing. And we're being urged to use this time to really sink deep into the acknowledgement that we are the original God or goddesses of our own reality. We can manifest everything it is that we want to happen. So let's dig deeper. And you know what, you guys, and this is going to sound so contradictory, but one of the powers that we do have to do, okay, we actually do have the power to resurrect anything that is, you know, anything that is dead. We actually do have that power. Now, the reason why a lot of us have difficulty with resurrecting, and of course, I'm not talking about actual, you know, physical bodies that have long been deceased, although, you know, we ultimately have the power to do that as well. It's just how bought and sold into your own power as a god or goddess of your own reality. How bought into that are you? Here's the thing. We are capable of everyday miracles, let alone, well, I should say the big miracles, you know, walking on water. You know, people can levitate, they can walk through solid, you know, physical matter. We can do this. We actually have the power to do this. The reason why the vast majority of us don't is because we are still too locked into our identifying with our own physical bodies. The overall general message that's wanting to come through is that you are the power that creates and manifests miracles. Not saying that you really care too much to learn how to levitate or walk on water or, you know, fly or anything like that, or resurrect a, you know, a long since deceased body. But realizing that if you actually were able to connect with your true identity of being an OG of your own reality, you would actually have the ability to do that. So if you can do that, imagine what everyday miracles you can have, you can do. So when you're looking at something that you're wanting, that needs to be walked away from, think about the reasons why you're still holding on. What need are you still trying to meet? That you're fearful if you walk away from it, you're never going to have it met again. You know, are you fearful that you're never going to feel that way about someone else again? Or are you fearful that if you walk away from this business opportunity, you'll never get as good as a business opportunity as that? So what fears are you battling? What needs are you still trying to hold on to? And what doubts do you have about your ability to manifest something even better than what it is you're having to walk away from? Because that's what needs to be dealt with. And sometimes, you guys, it's having to walk by faith and not by sight. Not knowing, it's like your ability to identify yourself as, you know, the god or goddess of your own reality really just comes with daily living. seeing things manifest as you're walking your path. And everything that you see that you have come to create up to this point just solidifies to yourself your identity as the master of your own reality just a little bit more, until finally you're like, I got this. Like, I can have, be, or do anything that I want. Anything that I want. I can have, be, or do anything that I want. You know what I mean? It's like, there is no limitations on your ability to manifest exactly what it is you want. The only limitation that you have is your belief that you are that power. Your belief that you have that power. And your belief that you can put that power into practice. Wow. Ugh, allergies, you guys. Allergies got me messed up. Wow. And what this compassion card is letting me know is like our ancestors. Why does it say my ancestors? Wow, okay. So our ancestors, our spirit guides, and our higher selves, they're not trying to like beat us over the head with this. They understand where we're at in our journey. And what I'm also getting is, thank goodness there is a delay like in our manifestations, because sometimes it's, you know how they say be careful what you wish for? You know, the universe has compassion. There, you know what I mean? And so that may be something else too. We may be afraid of continuing to manifest our shadows. I call them shadow manifestations. And that is a lot of the reason why, in the compassion that comes through with the universe, because, you know, that the delay between setting our intention, between setting our attention and then actually experiencing it in our 3D reality, there's a delay there for us to be able to tweak and adjust our manifestations. Because a lot of the times, you guys, you know, when you are putting into practice manifesting and then you end up manifesting the exact opposite of what you want, it's because you are manifesting from your shadow self. And your shadow self is everything that is subconscious within you that is in direct opposition to what your conscious self actually wants. And so there's a delay period in there for us to be able to go in and tweak and adjust our manifestations so that, you know, we can be able to manifest what we want versus a shadow manifestation. Okay, and so a shadow manifestation, for those who because I that's what I call it. I've never heard anybody call it a shadow manifestation. So say that you're wanting to manifest a future spouse, one that loves you, adores you, is loyal to you, faithful to you, and up until this point, all that you've been manifesting are straight up fuck boys or fuck girls, just people who are the exact opposite of loyal, faithful, you know, loving, you know what I mean? That's a shadow manifestation. And the reason why we continue to manifest the shadow manifestation of our future spouse is because we have deep down inside of us a set of beliefs, a belief system. We have our own assumptions about our self-worth, about relationships, you know, things that contradict what we consciously are trying to call in, okay? And so, you know, our ancestors, our spirit guides, the universe, our higher selves, they are very compassionate, you know, about where we're at on our journey. You know, they're it's not that they're leaving you high and dry, they're leaving you out in the cold. It's just they're letting us just be where we're at on our journey. We are loved. We are still protected, whether we, you know what I mean? And we need to have compassion for ourselves too. Yeah, there's definitely been a lack of progress. And it says here, focusing only on the short term, wasting time and talents, too materialistic and miserly. Financial disarray, disorganized finances, lack of priorities. And so for a lot of us, this has something more to do with, like, maybe we have our focus on wanting a certain relationship or something like that to come to pass. But it's like we're needing to focus more on, yeah, this is more about just about manifesting in general. We're being lazy and kind of lackadaisical. We're just being kind of lazy, really, is what it is, about putting our manifestations into practice, like actually practicing, a manifestation ritual. And the thing is, you guys, is that when you start learning how to manifest and you start doing it on purpose, it becomes a habit, so that you're not having to consistently use your conscious awareness, meaning your time, energy, and effort into doing it. It just becomes something that is innate. It becomes something that is natural. Every now and again, you'll put a little bit of conscious effort and awareness into it when you notice that things are starting to derail, but then you just go right back to manifesting the life and the experiences that you want on autopilot, in the same manner that you've been manifesting the exact opposite of what you want on autopilot. It's just for a while we're going to have to put some time, effort, and energy into creating those habits, okay? And that's what we have not been doing. It's like we know what we want, but we're not doing the work. It's like we know what we want, but we're not doing the work. And this message is as much for me as it is for you. All right? And so it's like, okay, so, we know the steps. And if we don't know the steps, there's definitely information in abundance available across, social media, across the internet, across libraries. I mean, we're in the information age. So there's no reason for us to not know how to manifest and become master manifestors. There's no reason why. We're just not doing it. We're kind of being lazy. And so it's like what we're being told is we are the original God and goddesses of our own reality. There is no will that supersedes our own when it comes to how we experience our lives. All we're lacking is either knowing what to do, how to do it, and then actually putting it into practice with enough repetition to where we are manifesting what we want on autopilot. We need to get very organized. We need to get very structured. We need to make this a priority. We need to make becoming the master manifestors. We need to make mastering our ability to manifest the life that we want a priority. Make this a priority. Ooh, those are good messages. Those are good messages. Here, let's get some guidance because we need to close this off. I think we're getting up to 30 minutes, aren't we? Maybe 25. All right, what messages do we have or guidance for us at this time? Let's get 3 cards from here, please. Manifestation. What you desire is on its way. Healing. Allow light to enter your wounds. And then we also have stillness with a lack of movement. And so sometimes, you guys, when we talk about walking away from something, it doesn't necessarily mean an actual physical walking away, a physical movement. It doesn't necessarily mean physical movement. What it means is withdrawing your energy from that person, place, or thing. you know, putting a rest to trying to figure it out, putting a rest to trying to make it work, putting a rest to trying to fix it, change it, manipulate it, or whatever, and just withdrawing your energy from it, and, you know, maybe allowing yourself to come to terms with where you're at with it for now. And because even if you guys, even when we do have the ability to resurrect a certain situation, if you're in the wrong mode when it comes to manifestation, you're not going to make it happen. You know, there's a masculine mode and there's a feminine mode. Okay, there's a time when you do, a time when you act, a time when you execute and pursue, and then there's a time where you withdraw and you allow and you just rest. Okay, and what it says here is like we need to surrender to this period, which is for healing and restoration. We need to get comfortable in the stillness. And what I'm hearing for a lot of you is that for some of us, you know, resurrection is possible across the board. If that is really what you want. What you're doing now is not working. And what you do need to do is just work on withdrawing your energy from that person, place, or thing and putting it back on yourself, and focus on releasing the attachment to it, the toxic attachment. Letting go and letting God, which basically means you're just releasing the need to figure things out. You're releasing the need to fix things, to change things, to have it be anything other than what it is in this moment. You're releasing the resistance to what is in the now. That's the only way, because we can breathe life into something, but there's a process to it. We can absolutely breathe life into it. We can absolutely resurrect it. But there's a mode where we let go and we let God. We deactivate the masculine wanting to make it happen, you know, and then we deactivate the mind. Okay, the masculine mind energy, and we activate and step into our feminine, I want to say divine, but they're both, you know, they're both aspects of the divine. But the God power, the goddess power in us is right in the middle, you know, not being too overly hyper in our, you know, not too hyper masculine dominant and not too hyper feminine dominant. It's right in the middle. That's the sweet spot. It's right in the middle. Okay, it's the balance. And it's knowing that what you do desire is on its way. Whatever it is, whether you are wanting something better than what has died, or if you're wanting to resurrect what has died. Okay, what you want is on its way. But you have to know, number one, that it is possible, because you are possible. Number two, that you have the power to do that. And that you are the power that can do that. You are the power, you have the power, and you can practice the power. You can put that power into practice. But your relationship with yourself, in terms of who you are, your identity as the original God or goddess of your reality, the OG of your reality, that needs to be restored. There may still be some lingering doubts as to somewhere in there, whether you may have some doubts about whether you are the power, whether you have the power, or whether you can put that power into practice. And those are the things that really need to be looked at and need to be healed. And doing that, you guys, healing only happens, well, I shouldn't say it only happens. This healing, it happens in the stillness. This healing happens in retreating your creative, manifesting energy from trying to, manifest out there and start manifesting in here. All right. Okay, you guys, that was our messages for the 11/11. Wow, it was a very powerful message. I knew it was going to have something to do with manifesting. I was not really quite, I didn't expect it to come out like this. It's amazing. Let me know what you thought in the comment section below. If you have any questions, just pop them there as well. If this resonated, please do me a favor and smash the like button. Share and subscribe if you feel led to do so. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Love you.